Vuyo Mvoko is standing by. Good morning, Vuyo.
Well, welcome once again to the Moses Mabhida Stadium, and that is where the main commemoration rally will be held, and that's where we're expecting President Jacob Zuma to give a keynote address to the country, and that's in commemoration of marking 22 years into democracy, Human Rights Day. How do we look as a nation? And to help us answer that question and to talk us through what's going to happen, I'm joined by the Minister of Arts and Culture, Minister Nathi Mthethwa. Welcome, Minister, and thank you very much for joining us, Nyambos.
Thanks so much for you.
Well, I guess I should start by asking the theme of uniting against racism. Why that theme?
Well, we have to always keep the issue of racism and the endeavor to build a non-racial society always on the radar. In the recent past few weeks, months, we have seen the upsurge in racial tension in our country, and therefore our project of nation building and social cohesion gets affected with such intolerances. We have a society always to take a stand against racism, but look beyond just taking a stand and showing our anger, but how do we then undermine those few amongst us in our society who yearn for the years gone by, that those will never come back. We are forging forward in building a nation, because you also understand, Vuyo, that 1994 we inherited a state without a nation. In that people were under one statehood, under one sovereign state, which was South Africa, but the conquerors ensured that communities are divided. There is no sense of unity, there is no sense of nation. So that process continues, and I can say that 22 years into our democracy, the culture of human rights is being entrenched in our society. Everybody knows about their rights, about their human rights. One thing we have to work tirelessly on is the responsibility which all of us have as citizens. But the culture of human rights is taking root, which is good. We need to continue on that path.
Looking at the events of the past couple of months, and given our history, with the benefit of hindsight, did we perhaps relax a bit and never really got to attend to the issue of racism and nation building, and the events of the past couple of months taking us by surprise?
Well, not really, Vuyo. This is one intolerance which is deeply entrenched in society. It's not just a prejudice. It's systemic. It's ideology. And therefore, comparing ourselves with even the developed nations of the world, you would see that yes, we have challenges, but they are not insurmountable. Last month, my counterpart, the Minister of Culture from Sweden, visited us here. And one of the things, Sweden being Sweden, and it's one of those highly regarded democracies, she wanted us to share notes on how to attend to the issue of racism. You look at the United States of America today, what is happening in the UK, in Europe, and so on. So when we look at this thing, we need to say that we'll be moving away from it into social progress. And if we agree that that's what we'll be doing, we'll then agree that the road towards that is always under construction. What becomes important is when it manifests itself, what do you do? Because the past 20 years in South Africa, we've been experiencing racism without racists. Racism is no longer in the statute books, but subtle ways, covert ways of racism will always be there, but we need to nip it in the bud because it's not an abstract thing. It's related to the colonialism of a special type, which South Africa has been characterized all along. It is about the ownership of the means of production in South Africa, the ownership of the economy, the attendance to those matters, because social justice cannot be divorced from economic justice. Those are the issues which make people feel that because they are privileged, they deserve certain things in society. If you look at what happened in this province in December, what this lady Sparrow was saying, that black people should not go to beach. It's not about that. It is about the fact that they feel that they are threatened, they are privileged, they are entitled to these things. So it's more of the privilege.
Well, let's hope, Minister, these conversations continue indeed. And as you said, we nip this problem in the bud. The Minister of Arts and Culture, Nathi Mthethwa. Of course, these conversations continue. We're expecting a little later President Jacob Zuma to give that keynote address. For now, though, it's back to you, Mr. Mthethwa, back in this.